Hello, everybody. Welcome to Stellar Entrepreneur Show at womenlines.com. Friends, today we are going to Germany. Guess what? We are going to meet a fitness mentor and nutritionist who is running a very popular YouTube channel, Dance with Deepti. And you know it is having 1.24 million subscribers. Yes, friends, let's welcome Deepti Gaur from Germany. As a healthy living enthusiast, she believes in natural living and positive thinking. Her simplicity and passion reflects in her workout styles and connection with her fitness followers. And take a note, friends, before joining the fitness world, she served as the director IT at a global MNC and also holds a master's degree in computer applications. Welcome, Deepti, to our show.
Thank you so much, Charu. I really appreciate you reaching out and giving me a chance to speak with you.
Thank you so much for giving us your time, Deepti. First of all, please share about your work and about yourself as a person.
Right. So I'm Deepti and popularly known for my channel Dance with Deepti. Uh, in my yester life, as you already mentioned, I am very much from the corporate world. I have been in IT a dominant portion of my life. And I think it's when I tried to seek my passion, very, very cliche, but that's how it is. The day I decided to pursue my passion, I found a love for fitness. I found my love for dance, and I kind of married the two to create the dance fitness channel that I have today. Even though a lot of people kind of confuse it to be more like dancing, but I think the focus that we generally have is heavily around the workout element. So, our results speak for themselves. We have tremendous followership amongst women. We work heavily on women health, and we are very, very focused on improving lives. So, yes, I may say that, Charu, when I connected with you, I have heard so much about you always constantly working towards empowering women. And I think that's where I connected with you. And
Thank
I
you.
felt the instant common link because, we're all about women empowerment. And I wanted to take this chance to kind of touch upon that common subject.
Wow, Deepti. And I would love to know more about Deepti as a person.
Deepthi as a person is as simple as it can get. I mean, I am what I am. In front of people, I am behind the same. I don't pretend. I am very, very simple in my approach. If anything is too complicated, my first instinct is to let's try and simplify. And that is the same instinct which is in my life in general. I like simple things. And if I feel that something is too complicated, I feel that there might be a better way to do it. That's also what led me to Dance with Deepti today. And I try and keep my work life and my personal life very similar in terms of the value system. So that's Deepti in a nutshell. I'm driven by my values. I'm a very simple person, very approachable. And no matter what anybody would call me, you can call me an influencer, you can call me a YouTuber or anything. But the only thing I call myself is I am a server. It's like in Hindi, it sounds better. It's like I'm a sevak. My job is to serve,
So
and that's what I do.
beautiful sharing, Deepti. And I agree with you. The sharing which you do in your channel is so much helpful to all subscribers and whoever is following you, because I myself have got lots of benefit, especially during the COVID days when we were stuck at home. And it was always, I just went to your channel and started my favorite body aerobics exercises, which you teach with so much fun. And it has helped me a lot to manage my weight and have some fun time also while doing the exercise. So yes, I love that part of your personality where you are sharing so many tips and so many ways to manage our weight in fun way. So I would love to
Thank
talk
you. Thank you for giving it a chance.
about I would love to talk about the business element of the work which you are doing, because as an entrepreneur, you must have experienced a lot when you started this as a business. So what are three most important habits to be a successful entrepreneur? Can you guide our audience?
So, I mean, for being an entrepreneur, I mean, entrepreneurship comes over time, right? No matter what anybody tries to claim, it's not a day one thing. The day one thing always is try and find that one thing you would do even when no one's watching, right? So
Yeah.
that's how you first of all tap upon your passion.
Correct.
right? If you're doing something for the sake of a business, that's really not passion. That's just being mindful and trying to make a very conscious choice because you are going after the money, or you're going after the fame, or you're going after a certain element, right, which you're missing today. So first thing I say is like, find your passion. That's your day one to be successful. Second thing I would say is focus on your people. So at Dance with Dipti, people are always at the center, and they have driven me, they have taught me. Be ready to learn from them. So I think people, keeping them at the center would be very, very important. And third thing I would say to be successful is it's not just about learning, it's also about unlearning. So the quicker you learn, be as quick to unlearn a lot of things, because life will keep you very, very relevant if you're ready to jump in, understand what works, also understand what doesn't work, quickly learn and unlearn. So I think if you can kind of incorporate a little bit of this, you can then become a successful entrepreneur and take your life forward.
Very insightful share, Dipti, I must say, especially the third point of unlearning, which many entrepreneurs are not able to do because we are used to of certain patterns, certain way of thinking, certain way of acting. But I think every day is a new day, and there's no harm in changing if something is going to help you. So that practice of getting things unlearning in our life, I think it happens only once we have the understanding about it. So thanks for sharing that tip. Can you share one sales tip with us which has helped you in growing your, I don't call it as a business, but your passion, and it is like a work to you. So how you're able to grow it? Can you share some sales tip with us?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for recorrecting the word business, because I don't like calling it a business.
Correct.
And yes, as I said, it's a passion. It is an effort to do something better, deliver something better, which helps everybody. So, sales tip, my favorite sales tip obviously is that don't try to sell. Don't make it about selling. I think it's making the value known to people. So if you can, first of all, create value and then communicate value, right? So if you can
Mm.
tell people, first of all, create something which can benefit people.
Benefit.
And then if you're able to communicate your value, either through whatever means that you choose, I think that will make people come to you. And I like unsolicited, approach to business, because, or unsolicited approach to this whole concept, because then the ownership comes from the people who are reaching out to you.
Very
They
true.
want you and they come to you,
Very
right? So that is the part where I hold it very close. Don't sell. I don't like selling.
It's a golden tip, I must say. I think then you are natural yourself, and then you are more authentic. And I think maybe the journey is slow, but I think that's the ultimate way to grow, to my understanding. So love that tip.
Exactly.
Uh, what were the biggest challenges you have faced till now while you are running your passion for a few years now? So how you have faced it? Can you share some insights about it?
Right. So in terms of challenge, I mean, every day has a new challenge for sure, right? But one of the important things that I have to keep myself reminded about is, don't lose your ground. Stay grounded all the time. So, every day people, whoever's interacting with you, they're like, oh, you got 1 million subscribers. Oh my God. So, some people will call you a celebrity, somebody will call you something else. And I think what is important to remember is there a noise in the background? Sorry.
I
It's
am
okay,
not.
right?
Yeah, yes, fine. Continue.
Sorry. So what happens is that every day you have to kind of remind yourself to stay grounded. And every time life makes you feel too special, you have to just go back to your roots. So I think the hardest part for most people is that they forget why they started, right? Because as you go through the journey, it's bringing so many new things to you. So many more people start getting associated with you, that there are going to be ideas flowing from all the directions, and in the middle of all that, can you still hold the ground, right?
It's
Do you still
tough.
remember why you started? It's very tough.
Tough,
So I think the
really.
biggest challenge is, just that simple memory of, why you started. So even if you go to my Instagram any day, you will always end up seeing some random old picture that I put out there reminding me what I looked like earlier, a
Okay.
random picture of my early days where I was just struggling to face the camera. Today, I feel very confident. I might appear very confident in front of the camera, but there was a time when I just didn't know how to face it. So it was a huge transition. And every time I remember that time, I'm like, that's exactly why I started. Don't lose focus of the people you wanted to help on day one. And if they are with you today, take care of them.
Very valuable sharing, Preeti. Diti, I must say that because knowing your why and reminding yourself every day, I think that can be a game changer for you. So why not when you do journaling or whatever activity you're doing to start your morning, the first thing you tell yourself why you have started it. I think you will be
Exactly.
naturally grounded. I'm sure this is going to help many entrepreneurs around who are going to watch this episode. Can you share what makes your I won't say company because that brings again the business element. I will say what's your passion, your work, how it is standing out in such a overwhelming crowd around. What do you say? What's the USP you are having?
Right. So I think when we started, and again, as I said, right, it did not start because I wanted to be, the leading YouTube channel, or
Correct.
I did not have any of those intentions when I started. My start was very simple. I said, even if there are four people who are ready to
Yeah.
workout with me,
Correct.
and we all stay fit, just by the way we stay fit, that was more than enough for me. So that's what my starting point was. And even today, what we do is we try to keep that simplicity.
Okay.
I think our simplicity, our honesty
Mm-hmm.
towards our work, the fact that we don't sell, the fact that we don't chase people with cold calls, trying to get them to join our plans, we don't do any of that, right? Fitness world is a very competitive world.
Very
And,
true.
it is also the biggest growing industry today,
Correct.
right? So everybody wants to get a piece of the pie. I
Definitely.
think in the effort of trying to make that mark and get another million people to buy
Yeah.
your plans, in that whole zest, I think what most people are end up doing is that they forget who they are doing it for. For you it's a number. I need 50 million people to buy my plans, right? So for you it's a number. For me, every number has a person behind it. So the thing is that have you understood that person you're trying to cater to? Or are you so busy just automating the system so that you have to spend less and less time with that same customer? For me, it's the other way around. We actually spend more time with our customers, even if it is on a paid basis or an unpaid basis. You will always see me prioritize and interact with my audience more than anything else.
Yeah,
So
I
that's
love
the
that
part
part.
where I feel we
Yeah.
are different.
Definitely, that's the uniqueness I've always enjoyed whenever I'm following your channel and following your videos. So tell me, how do you manage your, I mean, when you must be having a so stressful work lifestyle and with so much work, how you boost your productivity without getting that burnout affecting you? What's your
If
secret
I
sauce?
if I Yeah, if I say I don't burn out, then I'm lying, right? Because all of
Definitely.
us do, right?
Yes,
All of us do at some point in time. We get so stressed that we want to like scream and pull our hair.
correct,
It happens to everybody. But I think one thing that I try to follow, because I've come from the corporate world and I know how stressful an environment we create in corporate, right? So one thing that I decided is that the day Dance with Dipti is formalized and I have a team and I have people working with me, one thing I'm going to do is try to bring that same value system that I wanted from my company, right? I wanted them to care for the people and genuinely care for the people. So most people who work with Dance with Deepti, like these are my trainers, my dietitian, anybody who works with Dance with Deepti, I have constantly driven the focus to be on quality. Even
okay,
if we work 4 hours a day, we deliver value in those 4 hours, right? There are days when you're going to be working 14 hours a day, right? It can happen, but let that not be a norm. It can be an exception,
correct,
not a norm, right? Because again, as I said, right, somewhere where I connected with you was about women in the field, in any field, right?
correct,
There are a lot of initiatives around corporates where they want to include more diversity. They want
correct.
to include more women in the workforce. And my constant argument for all the corporates is that you want more women in the workforce, but you don't want to make a conducive environment for them to be working. What are you going to give? More maternity leaves, more this, more that, but every day is tough.
Very
It's
true.
not that maternity leave that's going to solve the problem, right? It's this my everyday life. Are you able to give me the flexibility I need in my work? Because I do have kids, I do have other duties to address.
Very
And
true.
then you make me travel 4 hours back and forth. You're not ready to give me that, but you want more diversity. You're not okay giving me a senior position because I can't travel, right? But you want diversity. So the thing is that promotions are given to people who are more flexible, and at times, it's not so easy for women to be, that flexible. So I think what my primary focus is, create an environment where more and more women feel comfortable seeing a career also with Dance with Deepti. So all my trainers today, we have around 30 trainers today, and
Okay.
all my trainers are women as of now. It's not that we are not supporting diversity, so we'll hopefully get some male trainers as well as the demand comes. But today, all my trainers are seeing Dance with Dipti as a viable career option. They are at home, they're working on their own comfortable hours. They run batches which are at a time which is best suited to them. So they're running batches at that time. They work for a few hours every day because they're trainers, and they're earning a reasonable amount of money, which was almost never possible before Dance with Dipti came by. So we're creating that environment which keeps you happy, keeps you healthy yourself. You get to earn your money, and you get a lot of respect because Dance with Dipti is a very respected brand. And once you help somebody improve their health, improve their confidence, once you help people get into their better self, it's a lot of blessings. So the money becomes less important, but the respect and the blessings that you get, is a winner. So I think I'm trying to do everything that I did not get from the satisfaction I did not get from my previous jobs.
Sure. Wow, I mean, these words are really connecting, and I can really understand the feeling you are having because once you are totally in love with your work, nobody can stop you. I strongly believe. And then you get the right direction, and that atmosphere which you are creating for your employees, I'm sure they must be so happy. They must be giving their best for your growth. Definitely, the growth has to be there. I really want to congratulate you for having such thoughts for your team and caring for them. And I'm sure Dance with Deepti is going to achieve lots more in coming time.
Thank
Now,
you.
I would love to know what was the most significant aha moment for you till now? You want to share with our audience?
When it aha moment, I mean, I'm sure there are many, but if I think really hard, there is one that I always remember. It's one of my favorites, actually. There was one day I was almost in the mode of becoming a pretty decently known YouTuber. Not really very, not into millions yet. Maybe I had like a 10,000 following at that time, and that is also a lot at that time. I did one workout which I thought was my best work
Okay,
because I put my heart and soul into it. I put my entire energy into it, and I thought like this is the best workout I can ever do.
okay,
And I was so proud of myself, and I posted it out. All comments were okay, and there was this one comment which said that, you know what, Diti, very good work. You did so well in this workout, but I wish we could have caught up along with you. If you had done
oh,
things where I could have caught up along. And
okay,
it hit me so hard because, somewhere I felt that I left my audience behind. I had left somebody behind. I didn't even know if this was my audience or not, but I just got it was so hard hitting to hear that there was somebody who couldn't do it. And what did I tell you about day one? That always stay grounded. Don't forget why you started. So when
yes,
I started with the first four people, I still remember their level of fitness. When I started with those four people, I had to really slow down the class to let them catch along. And I was like, here I am trying to do my best workout. And I again left my audience behind, left the people behind. And that was a huge reminder that Dipti, don't forget your roots. And I still thank
wow,
that person. I have, when the next routine that I came out with went viral because that was the routine that changed Dance with Dipti forever. So I still owe a big thanks to the same person. And I said, it's because of you who reminded me what I was supposed to do that we could achieve these heights. So, yes. That's why my audience are very important to me. Staying grounded is very important to me, and I never forget where I came from.
Awesome to know, Deepti. Thanks for sharing. So, yes, my final question. Please share some message with Women Lines audience.
Okay. I think women underestimate themselves, right? So we are very powerful. We have a lot within us. And the last thing I want to see is a woman behave like a man. That is my pet peeve. I just cannot withstand that. Even in the, you can be in the corporate world, you can be in the fitness world, you can be on the dais speaking. You don't have to behave like a man. You don't have to dress up like a man to be professional, right? So one thing I would definitely tell the Women Lines audience is that, be the woman that you are and bring that woman forward, because, she's really powerful. And women have slightly different value systems. Women have slightly different behavioral aspects. you know we need to bring that forward, because that's what the world needs today. It could be any field that you are in. You can excel, and you can bring it to the next level if you start behaving like a woman again. So
Wow.
that's what I try to do, and that's what I hope for everyone.
Love the share. Be yourself, be authentic. I think that's the mantra today, friends. Do follow all the tips which Deepti has shared with us. Thanks, Deepti, for the time. We wish you all the best. And yes, keep rocking. More power to you. Thank you.
Thank you for taking out the time to speak with me.